everyone, welcome to Patriot TV. I am Mr. Starkey, making a rare PTV appearance. My students will return hosting next week, but for now, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm Kaylin Buchanan.
I'm Elizabeth Krim.
And we are the founders of Women Who Lead. We started Women Who Lead because we noticed that there is a lot of prominent sexism that is targeted towards women, and we wanted to start a program that teaches young girls how to have the confidence to speak up and to talk about what they believe in a society where they might not necessarily have the confidence to begin with.
And we sort of wanted to create a safe space that we would have liked to have had in elementary school, where you just get to work with other women and mentors and have the opportunity to work on fun projects or look at female characters in books or movies, women in today or historical society that we're able to change.
So within Women Who Lead, we have our actual club members, which are girls 3rd through 8th grade. And then we have our high school leaders, who anyone in high school can lead their own club and be mentors to our young girls. And then we have teacher sponsors that will sit with us in our classrooms and just observe and make sure everything goes smoothly.
When we do the club at schools, we do different projects and we prepare kind of like lesson plans for the girls so that we can open up conversations about empowerment and, you know, what inspires them and how they can be leaders in their communities.
Hey Dustin, good morning. This is Mr. Orthan, and I'd like to just take a minute and follow up on the promotional video that you just saw for the Women Who Lead Club. So just a couple things I'd like to clarify. So my involvement, I'm definitely not the leader, far from it. In fact, I'm just kind of a supporter and a facilitator and just kind of a helper. The people, the founders who started it, I had them as 8th graders. They're in college now, so they had just approached me when they were getting the whole thing going, just asked me to be a part of it, and I said absolutely yes. So I'm just kind of a helper. They mentioned me that you would get a hold of me to get involved, and that's true. That's still the case. But just a couple of things I'd like to also add on to what you just saw. So I've seen this club grow since its inception. I think it was 2018 is when we started it. It's not just a Dunston thing. We actually started it at elementary schools. So we have chapters at local elementary schools and middle schools. And so the way it works is we actually have high school leaders who come and facilitate and run the whole thing. So I just kind of in the background. And it's cool because I've seen this club impact a lot of people who, everybody who's been in it has loved it. And so, but on top of that, we kind of consider it a movement. So we want to go from the local to the state and possibly the national level with it at some point. A couple of years ago, we made some big enough waves to catch the attention of local politicians, and they actually wrote a story about us in the Lakewood Sentinel. So we got some things moving with this club, and we'd love you to be a part of it. So if you're interested, there's a website that they have, a lot more information, specific details you could look into. They're on social media. Women Who Lead Colorado. I got that right. Yes. Okay. Women Who Lead Colorado. They have a lot of really interesting and important content, and they also run a book club that's separate from the club that we have here at school. So if this sounds good to you, we'd love to have you, and just give me an email, and we'll definitely get you on board. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
Just a reminder that if you signed up for Science Olympiad and want to be on the team, our meetings are on Mondays in Ms. Blanchard's room, and please come to the next meeting and go to all of the meetings.
Good morning, Dunston Patriots. Happy Monday and welcome to a new semester and a new school year. I'm Ms. Peterson, if you don't know me, and I just wanted to remind everybody about CARES cards. So you will see these around if you haven't already, and when your teacher sees you doing something awesome that kind of ties to one of these values, they will give you one of these cards. It is your responsibility to put this card into the CARES card box, which is located in the main office by where Ms. K sits. And then if you haven't been able to tell already, we are doing weekly drawings at random, and the winner gets to come to my office and choose from a variety of prizes, including Slinkies. We have stickers, fidgets, pop sockets, and other stuff. And this is all just to say thank you and to appreciate all the wonderful things we are seeing every day here at Dunston Middle School. So just remember to be kind to each other this semester, work hard in all your classes, and reach out to people if you need anything, because we are all here for you. And it's going to be a great 5 or 6 months until summer. And just again to say welcome back.
Hey Patriots, good morning and welcome to another week at Dunston. I just wanted to check in with you about a couple quick things. You guys are doing an awesome job with a lot of things, and I really appreciate that you're taking care of business, you're focusing on academics, you're doing really well in the lunchroom. Few pieces of trash here and there, but thank you so much for your help with that, especially since we have limited custodial crew right now. But just keep doing what you're doing. There's a couple things we need to tweak though. So let's talk real quick about them. There's 3. The first is hats and beanies. Those do need to stay in your locker during the day. The only time they should be out during the day is just at that lunchtime. So if you want to grab them before lunch and bring them with you, you are welcome to do that. The second thing is earbuds. So we need to be clear about that. This is a safety issue as well, because earbuds, when you're walking around the building, really easy to not hear what's going on around you. And if there's emergency instructions from a teacher or something's happening that you need to be aware of, even people running down the hall, they shouldn't be, but they do. You need to be able to know what's happening around you. And so earbuds should not be in your ears at all throughout the whole day, unless you're in a class and a teacher has given you permission to use them. So please be aware of that. Please be on the lookout for that, especially in the hallways. No earbuds, please. The third thing is passes. So pretty specific time around passes, though. What we're noticing is people are getting to class, and then they're like, hey, I forgot something, or hey, I need to go to the bathroom, but I was too busy talking to friends, or I just wanted to do this instead. Fine, great, but also there needs to be no passes during the first 5 minutes of class and the last 5 minutes of class. It's the first 5, last 5 sort of thing. So what that means is when you get to class, the expectation is you're using those first 5 minutes to get in, get settled, figure out what's your learning target. What do you need to do to be successful in class? Very often that's when you get the best instructions from your teacher for why are we doing what we're doing. And the final 5 minutes of class have to do, or final 5 have to do with making sure you know what you're supposed to do when you're not in class, like, hey, don't forget this homework, or don't forget to bring in these materials, or whatever the case is. So really important that you are in class the first 5 and the final 5. So please make sure that you are in class for that time. Teachers, no passes during that time, please. We need to make sure we're focusing on really being set up for success in class and really making sure that people are getting to class on time. So again, to recap, hats in lockers unless we're at lunch. That includes beanies. Second thing is earbuds, headphones, not in your physical headspace unless you've been invited to have them by a teacher. The third is making sure that you are in class in the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes of class, and no passes during that time. So you can focus on getting prepared for class and making sure that you're ready to leave with successful instructions. That's it for now. That's all I can think of. I hope you have a great week, and take care. Bye.
You might fantasize that identifying your dream job will be easy. You might take a test to help you understand what you're good at and enjoy. The test works like a magic sorting hat. The best career pops out, you get a job, and are happy for the rest of your life. Or you might take the idealized approach to your career exploration. You'd meet with a career counselor and complete a self-assessment to identify the skills, tasks, and values you'd want in a job. Multiple possibilities come out. To narrow it down, you'd read about those careers, talk to professionals, fall in love with one career, and go get your dream job. This approach is linear and logical, but not usually what happens. In reality, career exploration is messy, laborious, and iterative. Let's look at a typical case. A postdoc named John, ready to move on, but didn't know what he wanted to do. John met with a career counselor, took a self-assessment test, and a whole universe of career possibilities emerged. John narrowed his choices to 3 and began investigating jobs as a management consultant, medical science liaison, and medical writer. He did some reading on consulting and decided that consultants travel too much, so he eliminated that career. Next was medical science liaison. He liked what he read, He would be scientifically engaged while working with scientists and physicians. John talked to a medical science liaison and liked most of what he heard, except that there are advancement ceilings, so he crossed that off the list. On to medical writing. Like before, John read and spoke with people. He liked what he learned. He especially liked that he wouldn't need previous experience. He was tired of his postdoc and ready to make money. Over the course of a year, John applied for a ton of jobs, but got no interviews. Confused, he talked to more people. One told him that the field had changed. Now, you needed experience. So, he took a $2,500 regulatory writing course that would make him competitive. Unfortunately, he hated it. By now, John was very frustrated and told his sorry story to a classmate in the writing course. She suggested something different: patent agent. It seemed to involve the kinds of skills and tasks that John liked. This was an option he hadn't even considered. So we started the whole process over, reading and talking to people. This time, he also tested the work with a part-time internship at his university during his postdoc. He loved the work. He wrote reports and met several patent agents and lawyers. One of them suggested that he take the patent bar. He did, and he passed. John applied for jobs and found one quickly. These days, he's happily employed as a senior patent agent at a biotech company. Career exploration is complicated, messy, and hard work. So start early. Career exploration takes time. Don't rely on a single anecdote. Get multiple data points. Embrace serendipity, because career leads can come from unexpected places. Try out the work in a low-risk way and take heart. Eventually, everyone gets there.
Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful week, Dustin Patriots.